Part four in our Fast Johnny build. Bearings were a little too loose and there was a bit of chatter. ST fairing mounts, they are not on other softtail frames.
Bearings all greased up. Got the race greased up and replaced. We're ready to put these things in.
Do we want to print both those designs or just the one?
Inverted cartridges for your lowrider S, lowrider ST.
We got a new toy.
She's going to be significantly taller. 19 and a spacer for a 21 inch, which is obviously a 21.
Hello everybody, today is like part four in our Fast Johnny build. This is a lowrider ST Fast Johnny edition. This is a full build that we are doing. We already did the primary reseal, recluse clutch, Kruesi Originals chain drive kit, Thrashin Performance swing arm, and we started mocking up a set of our Skynet wheels and sprocket and all that good stuff. Today, we're going to be installing some Thrashin Supply Drop Trees and some Legends cartridges in the inverted front end. We don't know how many miles are on this bike because we got excited and started tearing into it and took the battery out before we checked the miles on the thing. But it did have a ton of wear on the primary race, was absolutely smoked. We changed that in the last video. The clutch was fried and the neck bearing races are smoked. See these notches? I would say my guess would be that the neck bearings were a little too loose and there was a bit of chatter, where this is probably where you're riding in a straight line and they were going in a tiny amount. So we're gonna change those out first and kind of go from there and then start installing some Thrashin Supply trees. Here's another interesting fact about the ST, which is pretty cool, I think. It is a one-off frame. It is not like the other softtail frames whatsoever, and you can't just intermix them. These mounts right here, ST fairing mounts, they are not on other softtail frames. This guy right here, not the gas tank mount, that's back here. This ST fairing mount that is not on the rest of the bikes. Same with this dude, right?
No, that holds the brake lines. That's on all of them.
Well, call me Shirley.
Got the bottom tree assembled, the lower bearing with the seal in it, bearings all greased up. Got the race greased up and replaced. We're ready to put these things in. Nice and easy like that.
Yeah.
There it goes. There she is.
Beautiful.
It's just like that little lip right there she catches.
Just gotta get her over the tip.
Yep. The stem nut and bolt. Which that's a nice machine piece right there.
We want to print the flame design too, or just the one?
What?
Do we want to print both those designs or just the one?
Let me see the flame one without the black background if we can. Can you put it on the gray so it would be on the gray shirt? That's the stem bolt that it comes with?
Yeah. Loctite.
Huh.
Energies.
There's a pinch bolt right here, right?
Yeah.
All this does is set the neck bearings, and this is what should hold things in place, but probably should Loctite it, maybe just put some glue on it. All right, this dude you just want to snug down for now because we're going to put the trees all together, the front end back in, and then we will set the neck bearings.
Those are nice trees though.
They do look really nice. Are these on our website?
Yep.
They are?
Indeed they are.
Man.
Inverted cartridges for your lowrider S, lowrider ST. They also offer them for baggers. They have inserts for early model dyno, late model dyno. They got all your softtail stuff. They pretty much cover every model of motorcycle.
Did they have, the Fat Bob had an inverted front end for some years, right?
The Fat Bob S does, yes.
That's it?
Yeah.
But they had a standard?
Yeah. So I don't know if the standard Fat Bob had inverted or not, because I know the standard lowrider didn't have
I think
inverted.
just the M8 Fat Bob had an inverted front end, maybe. Yours has one, right?
Yeah, it's a S though. It came with a 114.
Oh.
And the standard came with a 107.
Ah.
And then there was a standard lowrider that had regular forks, and then the S has inverted.
In the M8 version?
Yeah.
Oh, there was.
Yeah.
It was ugly.
Yeah, it was hideous. No offense, Harley Davidson. We love you.
That wasn't a good looking bike.
No.
With the stripe and paint, weird stripe on the paint job.
Yeah. Weird, it's like scallop looking thing. All right, I'm gonna get a drain pan and drain the forks. All right, so I got them both drained. I got one already together. This is the left side. Got it all tore apart. As you can see, we've done that a million times on videos before, and now we're just gonna put them back together and put everything back on the bike and get a nice flossy chrome Skynet wheel in by the end of today. I have the seal kit and bushing kit from Harley Davidson for this inverted front end that they now make. It pretty much comes with all the standard bushings and seals that the telescopic front ends come with. You've got your lower slider or stanchion, and now it's the upper slider because it's upside down. Bushing, fork seal, dust seal. It goes on pretty similar to the other stuff, just obviously upside down because it's inverted. Start with the dust seal.
Oh, you got to go backwards and do it all at once, huh?
Yeah. So dust seal down. Get your clip on there. Then your fork seal itself. Never put in a dry seal. Dielectric grease, fork oil works just as well. Be very careful sliding the seal over. You don't want to destroy the lip of the seal. Kind of just want to walk it over, and there's this groove you need to get over. Want to just be very gentle and kind of just start one way and pry it over. Slide her down. Next is your seal seat. There's a beveled edge and a hard edge on this guy. You want the hard edge towards the seal so it has a nice flat surface to sit on. Then your slider bushing, stanchion bushing. On there. And what would be the lower slider, which is now the upper slider bushing on the little groove. All right. Now that we have all that in, grab your upper fork tube, slide that guy in. You want to start with the stanchion bushing and the seat, and then grab your seal driver and set that bushing into the upper fork tube.
We got that guy right there off of Amazon, and I will put a link down in the description. I will remember. I've been doing better at remembering lately, I think. I did put all of the primary tools for this guy in the description of the last video for this bike. I did look them up, I did find them, and they're cheap, like 30 bucks.
Find a nice hard surface. You hear that change in tone? That's how you know it's set. Take your seal driver off. Now it's time to drive the seal itself. Get that guy started. Driver on again. Hold this guy up. Again, you could hear a change in tone when the seal seats. You could also feel it in your hand too, but you can't feel in a video, so.
If only you could. Woo, boy.
Oh boy. Then you want to get the retaining clip.
You should also be able to easily see the groove for the retainer clip too, and then you know you've gone deep enough.
Yeah. You want to get that guy pushed in. She'll click in on one side and it'll kind of look like it's all the way in, but you kind of just want to go around with a little screwdriver and make sure she's really set in there. Then drive your dust seal up, which these conveniently install with your hands. You don't have to drive them in. That's nice. One more thing before you put the cartridge in, you want to grab the, what do they call this? Just the retaining bolt, bottom bolt.
I guess it would be because it's not really going into a damper rod anymore. So
yeah, this used to be a damper rod bolt, but there's no damper rod in a cartridge, so.
it's just a shaft holder now.
Yeah.
You don't need that. Well, maybe you do, I guess, because does it seal anything? Well, it's your cartridge bolt now.
Yeah, it's the cartridge
Yeah, so
bolt.
just put the pipe dope right on the crushed washer there, not on the threads. You put them on the threads, you will be forked for life because you'll never get that thing out again.
Yeah. Good little bit of pipe dope. This is one thing that they didn't teach me at MMI at all. Like chemicals, Loctite, anything. Like they didn't teach, like they didn't even go over it.
They don't teach much there.
No.
Not anymore. It ain't what it once was. Ain't as good as it once was, but it's expensive more than it ever was.
Yeah, that's for sure. You're paying for half the education.
Paying 4 times as much for a quarter of the education I got when I went there.
Yeah. Get that guy seated down there.
MMI costs more than Trinity's nursing school.
Are you serious?
Yes. By almost 10 grand.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Snap-on impact driver. This is a 6mm Allen socket. All right, so there's a little stepped lip in there and a little kind of cup looking thing on the cartridge it needs to set in, and that centers it. And use the pressure of the wall to keep the cartridge from spinning while you do this.
Hit it again. Hit it hard.
Bam.
Yeah.
Torque on that's around, what, 22 foot-pounds, which is kind of what these guns are clutched to, right?
25. Yeah. Gun's clutched to 25. So it's perfect.
Perfect. Now, you get her off this guy and fill her with fork fluid, fork oil, which Legends requires 8.5. I already have it pre-poured, but left hand 8.5, right hand 5.1. As you pour, you want to give the tube a little stroke. It helps get all the fluid down and where it needs to be. Then screw the cap on. There you have it. Completed front fork. And now it's time to put them in the bike. What do you think, flush for the guy?
Will it bolt up that way and clamp properly? Well, I mean, that's going to be a really tall ass front end.
Here,
It's one over already? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll set them standard right at the top of the tube. Give me a little down. Right there. Logos are straight.
You know, one thing though, is the other one we will not, this is going to land wherever it lands. Because it doesn't bolt in the bottom, you know, it just screws into the top of the tube. There's no rotating the bottom shit at all, I don't think, or is there?
I don't know. Let's find out. Be very careful with it.
Spinner 180. 180. Yep. One of the reasons that we are getting back on this the next day, we set this thing up to drain, and then once it started draining, we hit the road and went down to Micro Center. We got a new toy. Look at this bad boy. Super excited. That's gonna be the prototype machine right there. So instead of making like the first thing out of metal and all that stuff, we can just draw it up, load the file, 3D print it, test fit it. If it's good to go, file goes out, we're making new products. Super excited. We're gonna do a lot of stuff with that. Right now it's a learning process and me throwing a fit most of the day, but it's coming along.
These Thrashin Supply Drop Trees. She's going to be significantly taller. We're using R&S hubs in these wheels. I think Ryan explained earlier in this video what the situation we had with the hubs. And they supply, on the ABS side, a spacer for a stock size wheel, which is a 19, and a spacer for a 21 inch, which is obviously a 21. And then there's this little metal, I guess, race. It sits there, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to hold in there. But if you just use the ABS spacer, she kind of stays in there pretty nice. Okay. And you can kind of just use all that to hold everything in place. Make sure that's running on the outside.
That's a wrap. It's been all over, kind of back and forth, filming on this as we come and go and all that good stuff. But we're calling it for the day. We're gonna keep that going. We're gonna move on. Like I said, remember, go to KruesiOriginals.com. For every $5 you spend there could enter you in a chance to win a really dope motorcycle. And it's also time, it's almost time, Metro Mayhem. It's coming back, 2026. It's gonna be April during Bike Week Arizona. Same thing that always goes down. Chris is over here. We're filming some promo videos today, but everything is live. Ticket sales are live, vendor spots are live. If you want to get anything, moddedculture.com, you can go straight to there. And then we got links everywhere else. We'll put a link down below. We'll put a link and a link and a link, and that's it. Kruesi Originals, thanks you very much for watching. Peace.